Let's go.
Let's rock.
Jimmy Juice Podcast, man.
Let's go, let's go.
Figgy Fig, best in the world, that's what he do, know what I'm talking about. Ryan Rockett, born and raised in the H-Town, Houston, Texas. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Let's go in the jacuzzi, smoking threats. I got my feet up. Cut them haters off, I told them beat it. I don't need you. Spend 50 racks in cash, but it's all good. I got my visa. This rolling got them staring at me like the Mona Lisa. My ghetto, nine Keisha. I beat it like a creature. She always like my sneakers. These Jordan 5 pink aces. Let's go. I'm knocking them down back to back in the row. He really the one, but they already know. So none of my chains go put on the show.
Giving up gems, sipping my juice. Counting the beans, addicted to ends. Need to back in on whatever I do. We get it in on the daily. I get it rocking like this with the 80. We really 10 toes down on the page. What's up? We about to see what they say.
Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Let's go. Gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. Rockin' gems, sippin' juice. So let's go.
What do you have to say to everyone who still considers the Astros cheaters? Fuck y'all.
I caught a plane out to Cleveland late last evening.
This nigga's scared. This nigga's scared. Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night. Fuck that shit.
You what we call a tender dick nigga.
Oh yeah, we back at it, back in full effect. Look, man, our podcast now is kind of like a Monday Night Raw. Okay, you might see us a week, and then there might be the dog show on the next week, and then there ain't no Monday Night Raw. Okay, you got to catch us when you catch us, man, because that's just how it is. But we are back at it. Do you remember how they used to change networks too with WWE Raw? Like it used to be on USA, then it was on TNA, then it was on fucking some other shit.
Yeah, it was all over the place, man. What channel was it on now?
I think it's back on USA.
Really? Okay.
But it used to be on like some TNA or some shit or some other, I don't know what the fuck it was. Some like country station or some shit, man. It was weird.
Yeah. And then SmackDown was on UPN.
Yeah. Then it was on cable. And I was like, what's the point? And then I don't know. I think it's on Fox now.
Fox now.
Yeah. So it should be crazy. We're like the WWE, man. We be switching up sometimes. You just got to catch us when we're on.
But. I know, man. We be busy, man.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, man. We took a week off. It was a bye week, man. Still people busy. Figgy's still running around doing his damn thing. But we back at it with another exciting edition of the Gems and Juice podcast, y'all. Welcome back. A lot going on, man. We got to address the elephant in the room with that intro as well.
Yeah, I got a little emotional looking at that intro.
Yeah. Look, man, I don't know how you feel about it, but I high-key feel like I would rather the Astros have not made the playoffs this year than to lose to the Rangers.
Yeah, that's a whole nother part, man. I wasn't even gonna go there. I was thinking of the fact that I feel like this might be I don't want to say the end, but this is definitely close to the beginning of the end. Because
when you say end, what do you mean?
Like I feel like that dynasty run might be over. I'm not saying they won't make the playoffs or anything like that, but I feel like everybody getting older. Altuve getting over. Bregman, I know he kind of younger, but his deal is almost up. I feel like they're gonna have to start trying to revamp eventually, man. Especially with Altuve. Altuve, I think he like 34 or he'll
Yeah.
be 34. He kind of getting up there now. So I don't know. I feel like people with Dusty Baker, I feel like people don't really appreciate what he did the last 4 years.
Oh hell no, they was trying to kick his ass out, man.
Yeah, some people didn't want the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So he could get, so he won't come back. But I just don't know if you could bring in anybody and then the train keep going like this. So yeah, that's where I was going with it. But you mentioned it, man. It feel awful losing to the Rangers, man. I'd rather them lose to the Twins. If they would have lost to the Twins, I wouldn't have liked it, but I would have understood it. But just
Yeah.
losing to the Rangers, man, and then you gotta wait till next year to get revenge.
Yeah.
In the World Series.
Yeah. Yeah. The only team that would have been worse to lose against would have been the Dodgers in the World Series, probably. But yeah, this one is rough, man. I had to tap out of social media for a while. I'm already halfway tapped out anyway, but I had to fully like close it.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the For You page at all, man. It was too much. And the most pathetic thing to me is when you see the home base doing the type of shit that you be getting mad at the other teams for doing, man, the other fans, where it's like excuses made and conspiracy theories and shit. Y'all, you just got to eat the L, man. As a fan base, you got to eat this L, all right?
Yeah,
Doing this shit you be hating on other fans for doing.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of people saying, well, we got 2 championships. Well, this is the only time y'all ever beat us. And just like, man, just it's over. They won in the World Series, man, it's over. So look, I don't know. I was just frustrated. I was saying too, man. I didn't even see the last out. I knew it was over at this point. I just cut the game off, went to bed.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it, man. They did this. They embarrassed us in front of the hose, man.
Really did at home too, man. Right? Yeah. Mattress Mac got tears in his eyes. Everybody was just in a sour mood, man. Got molly-whopped at home. It wasn't even close. It was really over by the bottom of the fourth. Yeah. He ran up like 8-2 at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was not a good night for Houston. But hey, on the upside, Rockets, well, I don't know if that's the upside yet. We'll have to see. According to the fan base, this is a easily a not a championship team, but they're making the playoffs. I'm like, I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, man. They got man. Hey, tables turned on Jalen Green real quick, man.
Oh, they finally?
I started seeing people question
why
they take Jalen Green over Evan Mobley. I started seeing some people say that.
So the turntables have turned. Now we finally accepted what Jalen Green is, rather than this fan base acting like he's Kobe 2.0.
You got some people that still saying, "Hey, it's early. It's early. It's only one game, bro. It's only one game." But I don't know, man. It seems like everybody kind of looking funny in the light at this point.
Yeah.
So, and this the other thing too. Basketball is a little different. It's not like football where you got a quarterback that you see the potential, but the coaching and the play calling ain't good. You could tell pretty much off the bat when somebody got something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what, this third year 3? I think this might be year 3 of Jalen Green, and him still having games like this, man. It's a look. I'm starting to get a little worried, man. And I was a Jalen Green supporter, so it's starting to get a little worried, man. I don't know if this is a cornerstone guy or franchise type of guy you build around.
Yeah, I don't know, man. After the KPJ thing, that just throws a lot of people and decision makers into question for me. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a long season, but you know what? People keep saying like, don't overreact to one game. Low key, I feel like it's better that the fans act like this because the NBA season, we get tired of it pretty quick, man. Like people forget it's going on, especially when the NFL playoff starts to ramp up. So I think it's good for the league that people are overreacting to one game. That means people are paying attention and caring, because half the time these players don't act like they care about the regular season, man. It's really only at the beginning and only at the end if they're trying to make it in the playoffs. Sometimes they try to miss the playoffs intentionally.
Yeah.
But we got to cherish these moments in the NBA, man, because it's really the opening season. Then maybe post All-Star game a little bit it picks up, and then playoffs, of course. But
yeah, and then the other thing is people complaining about people overreacting. But if the Rockets would have won and Jalen Green would have won for 40, then people wouldn't have been like, it's one game, it's only one game, chill out. Where all them haters at? So look, man, it's okay to overreact sometimes, man. And sometimes people just be being funny. People just be kind of, overreacting a little bit just to mess around. But when is the right time to react at this point?
You gotta wait till I don't know, to the playoffs. Like I said, the players don't even care to the playoffs, man. Just trying to make it in.
Yeah, they got that
8 seeds going to conference finals and shit. So
yeah, they got that in-season tournament.
Yeah, that's true. So every game counts now, right? Because for the cherished and valued in season, what is there even an official name for that tournament?
I don't, man.
Let me look it up. What is the NBA in season tournament called?
Yeah, you beat me on that one.
What is it called? It's just the NBA in season tournament. That's the name? Nigga, they got the logo of it too. It's just the name. That's the name of the tournament. You can't think of anything cool like soccer, the Premier League or some shit like that. It's a fucking in-season tournament. Adam Silver got to do something, man. What is this, dog? Like, it's okay to have the tournament, but at least come with some fancy name for it. It's literally just called the in-season tournament.
Yeah. I wonder if this.
Imagine if the finals was called like the end of season series or some shit. What the fuck? Lazy, man.
Yeah, I wonder how long it's gonna last. I think they switched the All-Star game back to the normal West versus East format. So I don't know.
Yeah, they're trying everything. I know they're trying to enforce these rules about making players play. Apparently, they're investigating the 76ers for why James Harden. Apparently, he wanted to travel, but they told him not to or some shit. And now the NBA is trying to investigate, like, why are you making a healthy player stay home? So, yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. It's a lot of Adam Silver just, I don't know. He gonna figure something out, hopefully.
Yeah.
See you, Brad Spoon in the Facebook comments, man. Said Figgy doing big things. He is. This man is just told you next mayor of Houston. Maybe put your name on the ballot, dog. You should. We should at the very least have the Figgy Day. How do you petition to have your own day in Houston?
I'm gonna have to
figure that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google that, man. Maybe I have to do some more charity work or something.
Yeah, that could be a 6'10" thing where we had remember we had Mike Meltzer and Seth Payne
for the
president.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah,
I'm sure it must be easier to at least get your own day. You have a little press conference and shit like they did. We can make it happen.
I'm gonna have to get a team behind me to help me with that one. I'm the only one doing.
Hey, call up Garrett, man. What's Garrett doing?
Who?
I think remember Garrett Heinrich?
He
did the last one.
Yeah.
Tap in with him, man. I don't know what he's doing now, but he fixed that last one pretty well. Anyway, anything else sport? Oh yeah, how you been, man? How like what's the check-in? What's going on in Figgy's world, dog?
Man, I just been focused on this Figgy's tailgate takeover, man. Just been doing my thing with that. Getting a lot of good feedback from it.
That's good.
So I'm gonna keep going with it, man. I appreciate everybody that been supporting it for all of these weeks. Man, just know I'm working very hard behind the scenes, putting all of this together. So I shout out to everybody that been supporting it and all that stuff.
Yes, sir. I need to get back on and retweet your shit, man. I ain't been on Twitter in a minute, but I can get back on this to support at least. So I'll get back on my shit, man. But shit. Anything else sports wise going on? I guess we just cover all the sports here before the gang gets here and wants to talk
Yeah.
about shit. We could be like, we already talked about it, man.
I know. I was about to say, how you feel about Dusty retiring? You think this is the right time or?
Yeah, it is. He's what, 74 years old, man.
Yeah.
It's about time. Yeah, he had a good run. I wonder who the fan base is gonna blame now. That's the funny thing to me, since everything was his fault.
All on Dusty.
Yeah, it's all on Dusty, man. He has to retire. So you got what you wanted. Let's see where the team is now next year.
Yeah.
But look, if this is the end of the run, I'm satisfied with it, man.
Me
This is 2 World Series. Even if you want to discount the 2017 one, we still at least have one legit that everyone recognizes. So
Yeah. 2 World Series, 4 appearances,
yep.
and 7 straight ALCS.
Yeah, man, that's nothing to discount. Honestly, this era of baseball, you can say the Astros are running it for the most part.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
they're
Yep.
always in the mix, no matter what.
It was the boogeyman. People was
Yep.
no matter what. And look, man, their roster wasn't even that good this year, man.
Really?
That was probably the worst roster out of the whole run to me. You know, with all the injuries and stuff like that, people leaving, and they still was the team to beat.
Yeah.
So look, I respect that, man. Hopefully they can make it 8 straight ALCS, but I don't know, man. I feel like people took Dusty a little too granted, just thinking the roster is just gonna be the roster. But man, I felt look, this roster is bad, man. I remember we thought they wasn't even gonna make the playoffs.
Yep.
So they got to the ALCS, man, and I hate that they lost to the Rangers, man. But they were balling, man. that what's that dude? That Garcia dude?
Yeah.
They ain't irking my nerves, man.
Up, man.
But hey, man, they was the better team.
Yeah. To be honest, looking back, I didn't make a big deal of it when it happened, but I thought the Astros were a little too happy to win a division, man. The popping champagne in the locker room, they was acting like, look, I'm sure this is what they do. And part of me wrote it off as just, they party hard, but they play hard, man. So this is just what they do. But the fact that they were playing like their worst baseball going out of the season and just barely won the division, damn near missed the playoffs, like we said. Like they was a little too excited, man. And Bregman with the quote that's just gonna be thrown back in his face forever.
I guess
why do you have to say that then, man?
I know. You know who else said something? I felt like that jinxed the Astros a little bit. So Martin Maldonado, he was on the post game with Alex Rodriguez and them, and he pretty much said this was right after the little scuffle or whatever.
Yeah.
And Jose Altuve hit that game winner pretty much. And he said they pretty much woke up a beast or woke up a monster or something. I'm just like, why did you say that?
Yeah.
And they got whooped the next 2 games after that. So I'm like, man, why is you talking like that?
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun for the rivalry and all that stuff, but they ain't do good since that quote.
Yeah. Yeah. Certain things like that can be said after. Certain things just shouldn't be made public, man. That's locker room talk. That's not shit you put on social media or say in an interview. That's after you win, you say shit like that. After you win, you say things like I guess we'll never know. You don't say shit like that at the beginning.
Yeah.
So damn, even Kanye disappointed somewhere, man. He's like, y'all took my shit and y'all couldn't even win. So I mean, we'll see what happens with the team next year. Some people I've read some gloom and doom articles talking about how we've never really recovered since Jeff Luhnow, and it's just gonna be over now. And I don't know about that, man. But even at the Astros, like let's just at least have them in the mix, okay? Let's just not go back to 100 game losing seasons, and I'll be good. As long as they're in the mix, I think we'll be happy. Like I said, 2 World Series championships.
Yeah,
I mean, we made out pretty well. for this era.
Yeah,
So,
I do think they're gonna have to revamp a little bit though.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you got a couple pieces that might be gone after next year. You got to do something about the starting pitching. You got
Yeah.
Verlander, he's old. I don't know how
Mhm.
long he gonna go. And then Framber, man, he looked awful the second half of the season. Christian Javier don't look like he need to be a starting pitcher. So you got a lot. I mean, you got a lot of revamping, reworking around the roster, but I think they could still be in contention. I still think they could be a little scary.
Yeah. Like I said, just keep them in a mix, man, because I'm sure they don't want to go back to having like cheap ass tickets for games and arenas. I mean, shit, you go to Minute Maid, it was popping this year, man.
Yeah. Well,
And yeah, you don't want to go back to when it was like fucking a ticket and a hot dog combo for like $20. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. But yeah, shout out to the Astros, and hopefully they can revamp and rebuild something. Now the Texans had a bye week, did not play this last week. They are playing who are they playing tomorrow?
Panthers.
Bryce isn't playing though, is he? I haven't been kept up at all. Is he
He
playing?
I think he is playing.
So is this like a are the legacies on the line? Is
I think so, man. I think, or at least from I think Houston got CJ is the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as Bryce, man, I think Carolina, the people in Carolina is trying to figure out, is he the guy? Did they pick the wrong guy? So I guess he got to show something.
I think we talked about this. It was funny how I was going in the comments and people are acting like, when people bring up that CJ Stroud is clearly far better than Bryce so far, they're like, well, Houston has weapons. Houston has this. Houston has that. Motherfuckers picked us to win 4 games max at the beginning of the season. Now, all of a sudden, we got all these weapons. We're such a good team.
They got better surrounded around. That's
First-time head coach, man. Come on. Now, suddenly, this is such a great situation for CJ Stroud to be in his first year compared to Bryce Young. Okay, man. Whatever. Stop the cap. But, yeah, we'll see. Who you got taking this one, man? You think the Texans will bounce back and take it?
I think so. I think they're winning, man. Carolina is 0-6, and I'm not using that as the excuse why the Houston Texans will win. But I just think Houston the better coach team. Carolina seems like it's a mess right now. Frank Wright, I don't know, he might be one and done. So yeah, I think the Houston Texans gonna take this one. I think they're a better coach team.
Yeah. How you feel about the old Brock Purdy over there getting exposed, man?
Man, he looking like the last pick of the draft. All right. Man, he looking rough now.
What happened? I thought they was the best team in the NFL, man. Suddenly they can't. What, they lost against the Vikings, didn't they?
They lost against the Browns. Did they lose against the Vikings?
Who did they just? Yeah, they played the Vikings, and I was watching that game in the gym on Monday. They lost to the Vikings, man.
Damn. And Brock Purdy actually out on Sunday too. So Sam Darnold is starting.
I mean, they probably got a better chance with him at this point.
They could,
yes, they lost 22-17 to the Vikings on Monday, and then they lost to the Browns, the PJ Walker led Browns, on last Sunday. Well, the Sunday, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, Deshaun Watson update, man. What's going on with him? I see Quincy Avery, friend of the show, getting into the mix, mixing it up with the commentators and people hating on Deshaun.
Brushing elbows.
I see him, man. He's like, you saw me last week. You didn't do nothing then. Quincy about to throw hands over Deshaun, man. I think he's getting tired of disrespect. Yeah. But the allegations are out there, well, more. About Deshaun, people saying he took the bag and ran. They call him a trust fund kid, man. What do you think is going on with him? What do you think is going on with Deshaun, man?
To be honest, man, I think he's it's weird, man, because look, I don't like to question nobody injury,
Yeah.
but I guess he really feel like here. It's hard for me to believe that he just lack of a better word, fucking off because he already paid. I just don't. To me, I just don't see him doing that. Now, I mean, I know he ain't got the. I know he ain't earned anything that, for me to trust him and what he would or wouldn't do. But I think maybe something is wrong with his shoulder, man. I I don't know. I just don't see him just saying, you know what, I'm paid, so I ain't. I don't feel like playing today. I think something is going on. It's weird that the coach and the training staff kind of threw him under the bus a little bit, saying he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know what's going on, man. I think honestly, man, I think the problem is, and Quincy is my guy. Like I'm good. I ain't got no problems with him or nothing. But I think the issue is his team on social media a lot, man. I think sometimes you got to know when to engage, when not to engage. Because Deshaun ain't say he ain't say anything up until recently, and Deshaun Watson name is trending over Quincy Avery going back and forth with Brady Quinn. So yeah, man, it's a lot going. I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest, man. I don't know if the Browns can even do anything. They just gotta, I guess, roll with them and see what happened there. But yeah, man, it's tough. It's looking like Deshaun Watson might not even play for the rest of the year, man. They might have to put him on the IR, which would be a crazy thing because look, man, the Browns defense is really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that good to roll with PJ Walker, man. And PJ Walker is a roughneck legend. I don't know about trying him out there, and and they trying to make the playoffs. So it's not looking good. And I think I was listening to that show when Brady Quinn was on there. I think LeVar Arrington was talking. I do think he totally screwed it up for guaranteed contracts.
Oh, yeah.
That. Just this situation alone, owners are like, yep, see, that's why we not paying no guaranteed contract for anybody. And that might trigger on down to like running backs and all that stuff. They're like, nope. He's getting paid to do all this, and he got all these injuries popping up now after our medical staff cleared him. So nope. Good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, there was questions about the Bengals and Burrow too, man. Like he started off pretty slow this season. Everybody was saying, "Oh, you got paid. Now you regressing a little bit, man."
Same thing with old boy and for the Chargers. Justin Herbert, he got paid too.
Yep.
And he been very underwhelming this year. And I know a lot of people gonna blame coach for all that, but
quarterback, it seems like, and I haven't been following too much, but it seems like quarterback play in general has been kind of lacking, man. Like, of course, Pat Mahomes is always going to ball, but Jalen Hurts doesn't look the same. Burrow, like all these people who were really good last year.
People that got paid.
Yeah, not just, I mean, it can't just be that. It has to be something else, man. Cause it's like, I really doubt that they was like, fuck it, I'm good. You know, everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
But it's like, it feels like the quarterback play in general has just been, all the superstars that were really good last year have been kind of struggling.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, man. But
gotta ask John Harris, man. I'm sure he breaks down. I've heard people say like defenses have adjusted to this pass heavy offense. But I don't know enough about football to break that shit down, man. We got to bring in an expert and ask him about that. So yeah, I don't fucking know. But anyway, so yeah, we'll see what the Texans do this weekend up against the Panthers. Like I said, the legacy on the line, man. Whoever loses is a bust. Okay, the battle lines are drawn. This is a championship or bust type situation, man. You either win and you the pick of the draft, or you're a bust. So we will see. Other things to talk about, man. I don't think we listened to any new music recently.
Yeah,
You mentioned City Girls. I know they dropped an album that flopped hard, but it had no
yeah.
promotion either.
I tried to listen to it last week. It dropped last week, but I just wasn't in the mood for it, man. I was just like, like I just haven't been in that vibe, man.
Yeah.
So I ain't listened to it, and apparently a lot of other people didn't really listen to it because I think the first week I think they sold like what 6,000 the first week or something like that.
Yeah.
And look, we had this conversation before about female artists in hip hop and their sales. I don't know what it is because like I said before, it seemed like on the outside that female rappers are the most popular ones, and they kind of doing better than the men. That's what a lot of people say. Like female artists is out rapping the men, and they hustling more than the men. But for some reason, their numbers don't do good, man. I don't know what it is, but it seemed like female artists are better off just dropping singles. Just keep dropping, doing what Cardi B do what Glorilla doing, and just throw out a little 2-pack here and there, promote it, and never drop an album. It seems like you're better off doing that because they're making their bread anyway. They doing shows, they getting endorsements and all that stuff. So necessarily, you don't need an album unless a label is telling you need to drop an album. But I don't know. I just don't see the benefit of a female artist at this point just releasing the album and trying to push it like that.
Yeah, these are basically contract obligation albums at this point, man. Whenever you see some shit like that drop, because I know didn't Lil Wayne drop something last month too? The
Yeah,
Fix Before the Six.
yeah,
And like that was an album that just came with no promotion.
yeah.
And he just dropped it. And I'm sure it flopped because there was no single or
I ain't
anything. It
hear
was
anybody
just
talk about it. Yeah,
yeah. A lot of these artists are just dropping contract obligation albums, man. And that's what Megan Thee Stallion did that, she got into a fight with 1501 over because they're saying these don't count as albums. Literally just dropping shit to fill the obligations.
yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. This whole era of just music is in streaming. The streaming shit just fucked everything up, man.
Yeah. A lot of stuff don't make sense.
It really doesn't. And
Yeah.
looking at all these historic numbers that Drake is putting up, I really thought about something when I saw when Drake is talking about or posting news that he's like the highest selling rapper ever now. I think he surpassed Eminem even at this point. More number ones than Michael Jackson. And I really wondered, man, how many people own a Drake album?
Right, currently?
Like ever. Like not even just ever, like right now. Because think about Michael Jackson in his prime. You would assume everybody at least had one Michael Jackson album. Everybody had Thriller.
Yeah.
Maybe Off the Wall. Or if you're a white person, you probably had some of his later albums. You probably had Bad or something. Or but everybody had Thriller, I feel. You go to anybody's house, they had a Michael Jackson album. How many people own a Drake album?
Yeah.
Like how many people went to the store and bought Drake when he dropped?
Yeah. Is it safe to call him like a streaming artist?
To be fair, he dropped before the streaming era. So not all of his numbers are fugazi, but I think the album, funny enough, I think the album of his, and there's only been a few artists that have had more than one single on it go number one. And he had 3 on Scorpion go number one. Does anybody think Scorpion's like his best album? Most fans think that's one of his worst.
Yeah, I think
that album had 3 number one singles on it.
Yeah, I felt like people, honestly, and I know a couple Drake fans that is super biased, but I feel like I guess the vibe I get is maybe his last best album was probably like maybe Views.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably like his last best project. And yeah, I don't really hear nobody say Scorpion. Y'all, that's one of his best albums or anything. It seemed like the last couple albums was like a moment in time, and that was it. It was just the time, or just the time of the moment. So yeah, I don't know, man. That and see, that's where stuff get tricky a lot too, man. Even with like I won't use Michael Jackson because that's somebody you can't even touch. But you know how you got some people like I would say like I'll use Kendrick Lamar for example. You got somebody like a Kendrick Lamar who dropped a Good Kid, Mad City type of album, and that's a classic in our books.
Yeah.
But that's probably a bad example to use because his next album was it was the To Pimp a Butterfly, I want to say. That was his next album. So he totally went against the grain. But that's like an artist, if they dropped their debut album and it was good, it was like a hood classic. But then their next album was more poppy, where they had like a big machine behind them to give them these number one hits. And they got like 3 number one hits on that album, and that album probably do better than the classic one. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but that's not the better album than the first one.
Yes.
So that could be a thing with Drake. That's why, and see, that's why I don't like to look at the numbers, man, because I'm sure he got a couple number one hits from the last album, and it's like, why do we got to count that, especially in this era? So I don't know. The numbers are so tricky, man. That's why I just exit the conversation when somebody say, well, he got these number one hits. It's like, all right, let's break down these number one hits then and compare them.
Yeah. Actually, let's look at Drake's number one hits, man.
I like doing stuff like this.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. We ain't got much to talk about on this podcast. Let's just have a few tangents.
I do want to bring up another artist who dropped today.
Okay. So Drake has 13 number ones currently. Yeah. And these aren't in order. Somebody just ranked them. So let's just rate them ourselves. 2C Slide went number one.
Yeah.
Slime You Out. Way Too Sexy. Wait For You with Future. That's technically a Future song. I'm surprised that went number one. I don't even remember what that sounds like.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember.
What's Next? First Person Shooter. What's My Name with Rihanna? That's like, honestly, that's like the only type of song I would compare to a Michael Jackson song so far. Because that song was everywhere.
Yeah.
God's Plan. Okay. Another Rihanna song with Work. One Dance.
What's My Name is a Rihanna song, right?
Exactly. There's 2 Rihanna songs on here.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson didn't do features. So
he sure didn't.
Yeah. One Dance. That song was everywhere. Fair enough.
Yeah.
In My Feelings. I mean, would I call that like an iconic song? It was Hot for a Summer. Jimmy Cooks. Nah. And Nice for What? Those are his 13 number one hits. And let's look at Michael Jackson. Number one songs. Okay. Wait, I don't think that's right. That's just an album. Can I find this? Okay, here we go. Number one hits Billboard.
You got Billie Jean.
Yeah, I looked. Okay.
Billie Jean.
This can't be it though.
I'm looking at.
Okay, I see it now. But it's not in fucking. Give me the number ones only, motherfucker. Anyway,
wait, hold on.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share it.
Billie Jean, Beat It, Rock With You, Say, Thriller was only number 4. Interesting.
Oh shoot, I didn't realize.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Black or White. Okay, that's his worst song, I feel.
That was number
You
one.
were that went number 1, no. And somehow it didn't even end racism. You Are Not Alone. The Way You Make Me Feel. Man in the Mirror. Ben. Dirty Diana. I Just Can't Stop Loving You. And Bad. Now, we still hear most of those Michael Jackson songs to this day.
Let me ask you this. Is anything on Drake's list better than Black or White?
Yeah, I look. I know we're kind of shitting on Drake, but
I was legit asking.
Of these, let me see. Of these
Because
songs,
I was wondering if you was grading on the curve with Michael Jackson with that song being bad, or
honestly, if I never hear Black or White, like Black or White, it has a catchy little melody, but I think the video just really annoyed me, number one. And then like the rap, there's like a rap break in that song that just sounds so cheesy, man.
Ain't that's the part where Macaulay Culkin was in it?
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin was in the video. It had the people turning black and white, and all these, like Tyra Banks was in it. Random people was in the shit. Like some fat Hawaiian dude turns into a black woman, and the black woman turns into a Hispanic guy. Like, what the fuck? And it was just the video is just fuckery. I think they had the Simpsons in it too. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And the rap break in that song is just like the most generic ass 90s rap shit. It was bad. It was nasty. But yeah, I don't know. Some of these Drake songs is just like, are we ever gonna really revisit them as a culture? Are we really gonna be like, do you remember the Tootsie Slide era?
Yeah. See, I think a lot of Drake songs that are underappreciated is his album cuts.
Yeah.
He got a lot of good album cuts where, you know, I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, damn, he actually did a good job on this song. I felt like I was a little too hard on Drake. But it's these type of songs where I'm just like, man, are people really paying attention to these songs? And I know you could probably say the same with Mike with the Black and White, and I think it was some other stuff, not number one songs, but some other stuff.
I'm surprised Say, even though I like that song, I feel like that was just because it was Paul McCartney on it that it went number one.
The Beatle effect.
Because Thriller didn't go number one, but Say did.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's kind of fugazi.
Yeah.
And like I said, I like the song, but Thriller wasn't max number 4. It didn't even hit number 1. Remember the Time was only hit number 3.
Yeah.
Some of these songs, man, I'm really surprised they didn't rank higher. But then again, it was a harder era, man. That's again, if Michael Jackson wasn't streaming, all these songs would go number 1.
Yeah, I'm looking
actually
at
that's impossible. But
yeah, I'm looking at
you have a lot more number 1s.
Yeah, like Pretty Young Thing. This was 83.
Yeah,
that was number 10. That peaked at number 10.
Yeah, because that was like mainly black people fuck with that song.
Yeah, that was like an R&B song.
Yeah,
yeah.
And Dirty Diana going number 1. I like Dirty Diana. Diana. I'm like that number 1.
Yeah,
and then I don't know if The Way You Make Me Feel hit number 1, but I thought that was the best song. Yeah, it did actually for 1 week. So yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, Beat It. I'm surprised Beat It only lasted for 3 weeks. Number 1. It seemed like that song was kind of huge.
I was shocked.
I was in the 80s, so it was a lot of people in the 80s. So I guess I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these songs, I'm surprised they didn't rank higher. I thought that Wanna Be Starting Something was only hit 81, but that's a 2008 version with Akon.
Oh,
I didn't even know.
I ain't know.
Stranger in Moscow topped out at 91. That was a good song, man. But then again, it's kind of slow. I get it. Human Nature should have been higher than 7. But anyway, I know we're getting off topic. But the point is, man, like it's hard to give credit to the new era when it comes to sales when nobody buys your shit anymore.
Yeah,
You know, that's the thing that annoys me, man. It's
it's
like
a
when
lot of
I keep hearing the Drake has the most records sold. And I'm like, they're not buying Drake, man. You have a Spotify or Apple Music and you're just dialing up his music. But if you had to pay for it, would all these people still buy it?
yeah. If you had to spend your hard-earned money, you had to pay $10 for an album. Like, are you buying Drake's album with your only 10? And that's
Mhm.
and I know you seen the movie The Temptations. Remember that little thing they was doing? Like, if you had this, would you buy a sandwich
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
the song?
yeah.
Yeah, some people was picking the sandwich. They need to bring that back. Would you buy a Whataburger meal or would you buy that Drake album?
Yeah, with inflation, now it'd be like, would you buy a McChicken or would you buy or would you buy a Drake album?
Yeah,
Or For All My Dogs?
yeah,
And yeah, I don't know, man. It's just it's hard. Like I get as a you want to celebrate your accomplishments and you don't want to take that away. But I saw the post. He put like Michael Jackson in the OVO sweater in the fucking Photoshop, and I'm like, man,
yeah.
you ain't Mike. You ain't Mike.
And see, like me, if that was me in that position, I would celebrate that. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
But to me, I will be too honored to try to put myself in the same category as Mike.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, like me being a producer here, a lot of people be trying to crown me as like this legendary producer. And I'm just like, nah, man, like I'm not even there yet. And I don't even know all the legendary producers, but I hear about all the legendary producers that was here, that was before me. And I'm just like, nah, like just out of respect, man. Like, nah, I only been doing this for a few years. So I wouldn't even put myself in that category like that, just out of respect. And that's what I would do if I was in his position. Because look, man, ain't nobody Mike. Ain't nobody Mike. So out of respect, even though I might have more number one hits than him, just out of respect, I would be like, man, it's honored to be included with one of the best of all time, the greatest of all time. But he was on a whole nother level than I am or something. And I think a lot of people respect that.
Yeah. But I also think that Drake has kind of embraced being a villain at this point. I think he knows that people don't really like him, and he gets a lot of hate on the internet. So I also feel like he's not obligated to be humble or act humble or act humble anymore. I think he's just like, fuck it. I'm the GOAT.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like what LeBron does now. He calls himself the GOAT because he knows, fuck it, people gonna like him or hate him no matter what he says.
Yeah.
So
and no matter what he do, people gonna hate it.
Exactly.
He can win 10 championships. People still gonna have something to
This
say.
era's soft. There's no hand checking here. Jordan had to face Patrick Ewing in the finals. So it's just different, man. But yeah, I don't know. I just been thinking about that because I really thought when I keep seeing the most albums sold, I'm like, who has a Drake album?
Yeah.
Who owns a Drake? He sold CDs. He was in the CD era. Yeah. 2009 is when he started dropping. Who has a Drake CD in their house?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and plus we in an era too where these record labels you got stream farms, man. I hate to call it like that.
Yeah, no, it is.
But it's a lot of people that get a lot of streams, and J. Cole talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of people that's doing that, and yeah, man, it's easy to go. It's easy for somebody like that to get these number ones. You can't say that about Michael Jackson.
Yeah, different era, man. Different era. So
yeah. Speaking of new music, sort of. Taylor Swift dropped.
Oh yeah.
1989, her version or Taylor's version. So it's pretty much the same damn album she put out before. So it's funny because I actually checked some of it out because I've been seeing a lot of reaction to it. Like, oh my God, this is incredible. Da, 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 da. I'm like, damn, she must have did something different or something. I checked it out. It was the exact same thing, man. So I
Now,
realized
did she add like bonus tracks even, or was it just exactly the same thing?
so I ain't even get that far to be honest, because I heard this album way back.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she added like 5 new tracks from the vaults,
Okay.
according to a Swifty. So I guess that was a good thing. But I was looking on YouTube, I seen like people reacting to the same song. And it was just like, oh my God, yeah, you could tell she sounded a little stronger here. And I'm just like, man, I actually mashed up the songs together. And it sounds exactly the same. She did a good job. I give her
Yeah.
credit because I don't know if I can go back 10 years and try to rap my same song exactly the same. So she did a good job, but these Swifties are out of control, man.
100%. HRW on Twitch, what's up, man? Says, but it's remastered, Figgy. It's remastered.
It's funny. So I put like a little reaction video out to it. And shout out to my girl Jessie Watt from Mix 96.5. I posted it on TikTok, and like 3 different people jumped on me. 3 different Swifties jumped on me. Like, it's not the same. I'm gonna read y'all what they said because I'm like, holy shit.
Joanna on her burner account had to get at you.
I know. I know, but yeah, they jumped all over me. I'll tell you exactly what they said. So one person said, it's very clearly she doesn't sound the same. Her voice is completely different. I'm like, all right. Somebody else said these songs aren't exactly the same. She had to change them ever so slightly to make them different. And then Jessie actually commented on the video. She was part of my video, and she said the 5 bonus tracks they had on there was from when she was dating Harry Styles. So, Swifties like to investigate a little bit and be like, oh, maybe the songs are about him and, whatever. And so this person said, also, this entire album isn't just about Harry. Then somebody said, Wildest Dreams is rumored to be about Alexander Skarsgård or something like that. So I'm just like, man, these Swifties going in.
Yep.
But this sound the same, man. To sit here and talk about, oh my God, this sound incredible. It's ridiculous, man.
To be fair, HRW says you're gonna get jumped in the alley by prepubescent girls. Look, these women are like 30. Okay. I don't think Taylor Swift has like a lot of young fans. I could be mistaken. Really? I don't think she has like teenage fans, man. Maybe she does, but she's a little older. I know, like, I feel like I've grown up seeing her from a very young artist to what she is now. And she's been around forever. Somehow she did get even more popular after 2020. Even the fans have mentioned that. Even her hardcore fans are like, somehow Taylor Swift got millions more fans in 2020 and nobody knows why.
Yeah.
Because now they used to be able to get tickets pretty easily to go to her show, and now they can't. Somehow she got way more popular on the internet and nobody knows how. But I would imagine a lot of them are at least like in their 20s. So, but to be fair, I think it's better that the songs sound the same than her trying to remix it and everybody being like, I don't like it. I'm going back to the old one.
Yeah, no,
that was intentional for her to do it.
I actually respect that more.
Yeah.
Because this ain't the first artist that recorded their whole album again. I think Ashanti did that.
Yeah, those ass.
It didn't sound the same at all. People went back to the other one. But she actually did a pretty good job with this. I was impressed, and we know the backstory on why she's doing this. So I respect it a lot. I just don't appreciate these Swifties out here talking about, oh my God, it just sounds so good. And like, come on now, like, just support the album and keep it moving. Don't act like we missing out on something.
Look, this is their lives, Figgy, okay? Some people, this is their life, all right? They only exist to be stands of people and fight on their behalf on the internet.
Yeah.
So this is their job, man. The job they're not getting paid for, but it's their job nonetheless. So you got to be careful when you address certain people on social media.
Yeah.
The Beehive, I feel like the Beehive is not as strong as it used to be.
They kind of cooled off a little
They
bit, man.
did. They're going to the retirement home, man. I don't think there's a whole lot of younger people applying to be in the Beehive. I think they're kind of fading and fizzling on the internet.
They getting up to their 40s.
Yeah,
at this point. So
I mean, you'll still get some blowback for talking about Beyonce, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. I feel, on the internet.
Yeah, she coming down the list a little bit. I feel like number one is Taylor Swift. Because if you say anything about Taylor Swift, you get some random Taylor Swift fan under your comments. I said a couple things about Beyonce before. I didn't get that. I barely got interaction on the tweet or the post or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think people kind of coming down to earth a little bit, or maybe they got lives now, so they're a little too busy to search Beyonce name.
The absolute worst has to be the K-pop groups, though. They are the worst, man. If you say anything about like BTS or Blackpink, some of these I don't even know, but I just know of them because of the reaction you get if you say anything about them. Those fans will jump down your neck. They will dox you. They will find out where you live. They're probably the most hardcore fan base of people out there, and they're worldwide, man. It's not just like Americans. I feel like Taylor Swift fans are mostly American. These K-pop fans are everywhere, dog. They're always on the internet. I feel like they're just searching the band's name time and time again, waiting for somebody to talk shit.
Hey, we need
to down your throat.
Hey, let's say something negative right now about them and post this clip.
Hey, I don't want the smoke, man. I don't want the K-pop smoke, man. I don't want it.
Hey, BTS is overrated. Where the camera at? BTS is overrated. Their music is corny. I'm Figgy Fig. I said that. I ain't gonna get my address out, but BTS is corny.
The views of Figgy Fig do not necessarily reflect the views of Ryan Rockett or the Jim the Juice podcast. Just so you know, I had nothing to do with that. Okay, I respect the BTS fans, whatever y'all call yourself.
No, you don't. You just said you did. Hey, I ain't gonna be able to go to Chinatown.
Man, see that they're gonna get you for that too. They're Korean.
Yeah.
Now you racist. You're gonna get canceled.
I know. I can't go to I ain't gonna be able to go to Jen's Korean barbecue spot.
Yeah, it's over for you, man. It's over for you,
man.
Yeah. Post if you brave, post it on Twitter, man. I want to see. This will be worse than the Aaliyah. I feel.
I might take this off. I might cut this out.
Hey, test the waters, man. Look, we already got a little. Remember when we randomly had a clip about Aaliyah and we got some for that shit?
Oh man,
I didn't know Aaliyah still had fans on the internet like that, dog.
I didn't either.
That was pretty wild. Because I mean, they have to be like in their 40s now at this point. I don't think like Aaliyah has a lot of young fans.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to find that damn tweet. Because I think it was a tweet, right? Was it a tweet?
Yeah, I think it was a clip of us talking about. I think Jules was on the show.
Yeah,
y'all talking about.
I think y'all was pretty much saying she couldn't sing.
I think we're talking about Aaliyah versus Beyonce or something. I don't remember what we were saying, but yeah, some people got mad at that. It wasn't too many though.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she's.
I'm curious to see how many albums she's gonna sell.
I mean, I would imagine she's gonna hit number one and take Drake and Bad Bunny out.
Yeah, I want to say her song with Kendrick Lamar went number one. That old new one, I guess.
Bad Blood.
Yeah, I think that just recently went number one again.
Oh damn! Was that on 1989?
I think so.
Did she re-record it with Kendrick?
She tweeted something saying it was awesome seeing Kendrick record this verse or something. I don't know.
Came through and redid the song. That would be crazy if he did.
Yep. she tweeted 13 hours ago saying watching at Kendrick Lamar create and record his verse on Bad Blood remix was one of the most inspiring experiences in my life. So I'm not sure if that was old or was that for this re-release.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I would imagine. Well, let me look up.
I'm guessing it would be. I'm guessing it would be recent because I don't think she can.
I'm looking up 1989 Taylor's version, and the Bad Blood remix is on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if it's on there, he would have to re-record his verse.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it sounds any different. Let me test it right now. Let me listen to it because I feel like, fuck, I gotta sign in. I'm too lazy for that now. But I feel like you could tell a young Kendrick in his voice now. So I want to know if it sounds different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, come on. If Taylor asked, he would do it. He would re-record it. I'm not surprised.
I know she paid on the bread too. So it wasn't like she ain't one of these cheap artists. And it's Taylor Swift. Who wouldn't record a verse for Taylor Swift again?
Okay, let me listen to the Taylor version again.
You want me to mute you?
You can't hear it now. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I can't find it on spot. Whatever. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. But yeah, I think he probably re-recorded it, and I wouldn't be surprised. So
yeah,
you don't say no to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Other things going on this week. Let's get into some topics, man. Some spicy shit. Can you explain to me and break down this DJ Envy real estate scam? All I know is he was involved in some kind of shit and he's getting clowned for it.
So DJ Envy, he been rolling around with this dude named Caesar Pena. And he been promoting a lot of like buying houses and real estate and all that stuff, going to different hoods and trying to get people. They was doing like seminars and stuff like that. And I ain't think nothing of it because I know a lot of people that's probably doing that. But come to find out, Caesar has been scamming people pretty much. And now I think he got arrested. I think he posted bail and all that stuff, but he got arrested for scam and money laundering. So everybody looking at DJ Envy now like, hey, you the one that had him on your platform promoting this. And so now DJ Envy is like, hey, I lost money too. Like, you know, that's how I go. I lost money. I lost a lot of money. I ain't get a lot on my investment. But that's a little different from somebody who might be working a 9 to 5 that decide to invest a lot into real estate and don't get anything back. So I think word on the street is Caesar probably duped people out of like close to 80 million. So it's not looking good. Also word on the street is the feds came up to iHeartRadio, took some devices and all that stuff. DJ Envy and his wife, I want to say his wife was scrubbing her Instagram, big gifts she was getting. So it's not looking good at all. He had an episode on the Breakfast Club where he addressed it. And I guess he says lawyers told him not to address it at all. But he wanted to address it saying he didn't do anything wrong and all this other stuff. So it's not looking good, man. Everything looking like a scam. The funniest thing is people on the internet is pulling out all of these videos when they was together like, hey, this is my partner Caesar. And if you want to make some money, you want to get into real estate, hit us up. They pulling all of that out. And they found the video with Killer Mike because I guess the dude Caesar was with Killer Mike at one point in Atlanta. And so Killer Mike had to reply to that tweet and pretty much said, hey, I was not in business with this man. All I did was jump in the video, and that was it. But yeah, man, It's not looking good. People feel like DJ Envy job might be in question now.
Uh-oh.
So it might be over. It might be over for the Breakfast Club. I don't know, but it's not looking good. One of the funniest things though, so like I haven't listened to Funkmaster Flex in a long time, but he kind of went in on him. It was one night he had Rick Ross out of all people on the show with him, and so Rick Ross was talking mad smack about DJ Envy, all that stuff. It was probably the most entertaining things I heard in a long time. But yeah, man, it's not looking good. It was rumors, and I can't go off of these rumors, but it was rumors saying that that could be why Angela Yee left, because she kind of got duped out of some real estate money from them and wasn't feeling the same sense. So yeah, man, it's a lot going on.
So was DJ Envy like running this shit, or was he just basically like the spokesperson for it?
I'm not quite sure. I think he was more the spokesperson.
Okay.
Because at the time he would say my partner, and he had him on the Breakfast Club a lot. I think they both was doing like seminars in different cities and stuff like that. But honestly, man, that's what happened when you have people on your platform and it goes south like that. Then people gonna say, "Hey, I learned about this from you."
Yep.
So I think that's pretty much what's happening right now. And I think iHeart took a couple of the Breakfast Club episodes off. So I don't know, it's getting a little messy. I think iHeart kind of scared a little bit because they could get sued. Those people are naming DJ Envy in these lawsuits now. So they become a liability. iHeart become a liability at this point. So I don't know. It's looking tough, but I found a little bit of the Funkmaster Flex and Rick Ross kind of going in. I ain't gonna play the whole thing.
Okay.
I'll just play a little bit so you can kind of hear how it sound. But Rick Ross is probably one of the funniest people out right now, man. That dude.
He's hilarious, man. He should have like a legit podcast or something, or at least be on that show with Cam and Mace or some shit, because he's hilarious.
Yeah, he is. Let me play this real quick.
Always, I see it. Okay. And your car game mean, my brother. Let's not listen.
We got to talk about cars.
You're trying.
You the only car. You the only one on radio that rep cars, been repping cars. You've been having deals with Ford and Chevrolet. You've been talking long time, years.
Listen to me,
you not doing fraud.
This guy
you ain't
right
stealing
here.
cars. Not you. Not Flex.
We not selling bad houses.
No, we ain't selling fake houses. No, we not gonna steal no old lady houses.
That's not nice.
No, you ain't. You going to hell?
You knew you was gonna get it today.
Stop for stealing those.
Oh man, listen, New York.
Oh my God, Charlotte.
We are not up here selling the Brooklyn Bridge.
Charlotte, come with Flex.
Oh,
come with Flex. Come on. Come on.
Shout out to Mr. Touchy Feely.
Come on. Hey, I got 10,000 cash right now for anybody that's listening. And more importantly, we not doing fraud. Flex not doing fraud. He ain't selling no bad houses. He ain't selling no fake houses. He ain't doing none of that. I'm telling you. And when Rose said, I'm telling you, I can't say that for nobody else.
We are not selling the Brooklyn Bridge. You cannot buy that from us.
Oh my God, you cannot buy the Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
yeah, they wildin', man.
Yeah,
I guess Rick Ross said, "Oh yeah, didn't they have some beef about a car show or something back in the day?"
They did. It got real personal too. Remember, he was saying, "Your wife and kids can wash the bottom of my boat and all this other stuff." Like Rick Ross was getting real. It was getting bad.
How is DJ Envy suddenly the most controversial figure on the Breakfast Club, man? Like Charlamagne, you don't hear shit about Charlamagne no more.
Not no more, man.
Now you got DJ Envy, the one beefing with Rick Ross over car shows, real estate scams, beef with Tyrese over his wife talking to
He
him,
got,
like all this crazy shit out of nowhere.
Hey, he got a lot going on, man.
Really though.
I feel like the Illuminati, he ain't paid his Illuminati fee or something.
You know what? This is Dame Dash's fault. Because Dame Dash embarrassed him on national radio
About
and
not
said he
being a
ain't a boss because he can't get his son a job. Now he started to make boss moves and he fucked up. Listen to Dame Dash. Let Dame Dash dictate your life. Now look at him. You used to never hear him in shit like this. Pre-Dame.
How can you look at yourself as a man?
My son has cookies.
Remember you asked him who is your boss? He like, oh, I got a couple of. Oh, you a couple of bosses.
Dog, that I gotta rewatch that, man. That's legit one of the funniest things ever recorded. The Dame Dash Breakfast Club interview. I gotta watch it again, man. It might be time to rerun that.
Yeah.
Tony Scott, what's up, Tony Scott? Tony Scott on Facebook says, if you a spokesperson for a gang, do the ops consider you a gangbanger? I mean, that's what rappers are for the most part.
Yeah.
They consider 6ix9ine a gangbanger, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
mean, if you're a spokesperson for that gang, the ops gonna look at you as part of that gang.
Exactly.
Yeah, and honestly, I'll take it a step further. If you hanging around with somebody, you might not even be doing anything. If you just hanging around them, you part of them. And I've been, I grew up in the hood, so a lot of people assume that I was part of them, and it's just like, hey, I'm on my own. Like I'm not trying to get into all that. But they say, hey, if you hanging around them, you with them. So that's how I go, man. If that's like, honestly, if we had somebody on our platform saying, hey, we're going to get you into real estate and all of this other stuff. And then outside of that, I'm saying, hey, it's Figgy Fig here with this dude. We going to help you get some houses. We going to help you make some money. And people start getting scammed. They have every right to come at me like, hey, Figgy, you endorsing this dude. So that's why, you really got to watch. And look, I wouldn't be saying all this if he was just on the Breakfast Club talking and that was it. DJ Envy was rolling around with this guy. He was rolling around with him. He was helping promote him. They was doing seminars together, all this other stuff. So they were partners. So I think that kind of make him look part of it.
Yeah, look, I mean, if this was some scam shit, he deserves what's coming for him for scamming people. But I gotta ask this, man, because I've been thinking about the whole crypto collapse and the NFT collapse, and the Sam Bankman-Fried guy who's currently in trial for money laundering and all this shit. And he was a founder of the FTX crypto company. And this was the company that had all these celebrities in the commercials telling us to buy crypto.
Yeah.
How come we haven't blamed any of these celebrities for pushing that bullshit on us, man?
That's true.
There was a lot of them doing this, man. And a lot of people knew crypto was a scam to begin with, but a lot of people invested and lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
that's
we
true.
should be looking at them the way we were looking at DJ Envy right now.
Yeah.
But nope, they all seem to just get out scot. This crypto thing and this NFT thing that everybody pushed like a year plus ago, we just said, I guess one of those things.
Yeah.
People lost money over that shit, and their favorite celebrity was on there pushing it, which is crazy, man.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because I feel like if a celebrity was maybe in the business with them, maybe if it was like a little partnership where it's like, hey, come to the seminar. I'm gonna show you how to buy crypto and all this other stuff. I think maybe they would be involved in some type of lawsuit or something like that. But if it's just like, hey, I got, I paid for some cryptocurrency. Hey, you should too. And just keep it moving. I guess there's nothing they can really do as far as a lawsuit or something. But no, I agree with you. I think like if Snoop sat here and said, hey, you should get this, and I got it because of Snoop, I would hold Snoop accountable too. I wouldn't say he's scot-free. I would be pissed at Snoop.
So apparently people did try to sue the celebrities over the FTX thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
But celebrities who promoted FTX, including NFL quarterback Tom Brady and comedian Larry David, said an investor lawsuit seeking damages in the wake of the cryptocurrency's exchange collapse should be dismissed. So basically, they're trying to say that shit had nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
But there are lawsuits out there about this crypto shit. So yeah, man. But it's interesting that's not getting any kind of play or national attention. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know the details, but if DJ Envy was involved in some fucking scam, then if he got to go to the pen for it, oh well.
Yeah, I'm not. And to be fair, I'm not sure if he was involved in the scamming. He probably was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But this dude Caesar spent years in jail, man.
Mm-hmm.
He get out and I don't know, man. It's a lot of funny business going on, man. First of all, why would you give him thousands of dollars anyway to kind of flip something? I would be nervous at that. But I ain't trying to victim blame or nothing like that. But I think, look, man, I don't think DJ Envy should go to jail or anything like that if he didn't do anything. But this is not a good look for him, man.
I feel like using your celebrity platform, especially when your platform is catered to like people who don't earn that much
9 to
money.
5 people.
Exactly. People and everybody wants to get rich quick.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it's really especially like if Tom Brady said to do some shit, I really don't care that much, But
Yeah.
somebody like the Breakfast Club who was played on urban stations and he brings this guy up and they're talking about ways you guys can flip and make some money.
They were
It ends up
going
being a scam.
They were going to places like Detroit to talk to people to get them into real estate.
Yeah.
They were reaching out to our communities. So I think that's the issue a lot of people had with it. Because it's like, it'd be one thing if it was an old celebrity thing. Like, nobody really shed tears to that Fire Fest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least we didn't. But if it's like targeted towards our community, our people,
yeah,
that hit a little different, man. And everything, like all of that looked like a Ponzi scheme, to be honest, because DJ Envy, he was already rich. He show off all the cars he get, all the gifts and all this other stuff. And it's like, look what I'm doing. See, I'm making all this money. So somebody who ain't got nothing to lose, or somebody that got a lot to lose, and they trying to make a come up, they're gonna be like, damn, I trust him. I want to get that. And they get scammed out of that. Man, that's awful, man.
Yeah. I get that point because I think that's especially slimy to defraud people who are already struggling. So it's dirty, man. So like that's why I don't care if he goes to prison because I feel like that is really dirty, man. It really try to come up off people who are already struggling like that. I don't really have a whole lot of sympathy for people in that position.
It's a little fishy too that he said he had no clue what he was doing. And try to say, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Brother,
he has to say that. Yeah, he has to say that.
I know that, but it don't even make sense, man, because you was going around saying this is your partner. So it's like I know he have to say that, but it just don't look right coming from him saying, oh, I had no idea he was doing all of this. So yeah, it'd be interesting to keep an eye out on this to see what happened.
Yeah. Tony Scott says, you say it don't have anything to do with Tom Brady. Well, who was inflating those balls? I didn't say it didn't have anything to do with Tom Brady. I just said I don't care if Tom Brady told people to invest in crypto and they did it. Because I don't respect anybody who just does what Tom Brady tells them to do. But I think he was pretty deep in that crypto shit, man. I think he was pretty he was one of those early investors type people too. So I don't know.
Wasn't I think some NFL players was getting half of their contract in crypto or something? Or what was that? Was that something else?
Yeah, who was that? Somebody wanted like half of this money for the season in crypto.
Yeah, I want to say it's like Odell Beckham at one point. I think he was in it as somebody else too. It's like the first NFL player in history to get this much in crypto in his
I
contract.
think it was Saquon Barkley wanted that. Russell Okung made headlines by converting half of his $13 million salary into Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a few people.
Okay. Is Bitcoin and crypto, is that the same shit?
Bitcoin is like a form of cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Cryptocurrency is like all the coins. It's just a digital currency, basically. The Bitcoin is a specific currency.
Okay.
So yeah, but all that shit crashed and some people made money, a lot of people lost money. So
you know what's funny about all that though is how people like you see how it all crashed and burned. Then you had some of the people that was like heavy, like their voice, had big voices in this. Like, man, I'm glad I got out of that. I got mine out. It's like, man, you were just sitting there telling me to invest in this BS.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. And I'm like trying to question you about it. You like, yeah, I pulled mine out at the right time. It was like, man, what?
Dog. People like, I remember, and nobody made a big deal about this. De'Aaron Fox ran a straight up NFT scam, and nobody cared. But he basically made an NFT, told people to invest in it, then just pulled the plug and said, "I'm done," and bounced. Yeah. And nobody made a stink. Like people lost. Everybody who invested didn't get shit back from it, and that was it. And nobody cared. I guess because he's De'Aaron Fox, nobody really cares about what he does anymore. But yeah, shit's wild, man. There's just people openly scamming.
Yeah.
Different age, man.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see what happens with DJ Envy, man. I don't know. Well, I don't know the details, so I can't comment too much on it, but very interesting, like I said, how he's just in the mix of all this bullshit lately.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. We gotta talk about the former Houston Rockets center who has been caught in quite the pickle. We'll call it that. Dwight Howard is Tony Scott said they called that a pump and dump. Pause. Yeah. See, that actually goes into both stories. Okay. That fits the scam and Dwight Howard. So yeah, Dwight Howard has been outed, apparently. He was facing charges of like sexual assault because apparently he brought a guy over to have a meeting or get down and dirty. And apparently the guy is alleging that Dwight Howard introduced somebody else, a grown man dressed as a woman, and this guy did not consent to any of that. And then Dwight Howard was pretty aggressive apparently, and some things happened, and now he's facing a lawsuit. And now Dwight Howard has had to testify, and some documents leaked out where he basically admitted that the encounter did happen, but it was all consensual. So, Miguel, Miguel came through at just the right time. What's up, Miguel?
Yeah.
Said Jalen Green a bust. There we go.
Yeah. Perfect time. We talk about Dwight Howard.
Right. And with the language too, man. So Dwight Howard, basically in these documents, he basically had to admit that it happened. I think at first he tried to deny it, but he admitted the encounter happened and it was consensual. HRW says there's a clip of Dwight responding if y'all can pull it. Now, there's two I've saw. There's one on Instagram where he's basically saying that it's nobody's business. And he was also on Shade 45, I think today. And the first question he was asked is, are you gay? Which is a silly question at this point. I mean, at the very least, he's obviously bisexual. So it's a very silly question to ask. But he reiterated the same thing. He just said that it's nobody's business where he lays his wood, and he is nobody's business. Why y'all so nosy? Why y'all care so much? It's nobody's business. He just said that over and over again. It's nobody's business. Which it wasn't until this was a fucking lawsuit. I guess it'll be. Wouldn't it be funny if Deshaun came back with that defense?
Yeah.
He is alleged of 22 counts of sexual assault. Hey, what happens in my bedroom is nobody's business.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about a lawsuit. We talking
Yeah.
about a lawsuit, man.
Yeah, that the only reason we're talking about this is because you're being sued and accused of sexual assault.
Yeah.
Which just shows you that nobody cares about man-on-man sexual
They
assault.
don't. Yeah. They don't.
They
like,
make jokes about it in prison and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's some funny thing to happen to people.
Yeah, the crazy part about it though is like we've been talking. People been talking about Dwight Howard for the last couple days, and nobody brought up the whole sexual assault thing.
Yep.
It was they focus on this sexual his what
Just the
he is.
freakiness of it. The fact that he
Yeah.
brought out another person dressed as a woman and he had a full beard and it was
Yeah,
just weird, man.
yeah. People talk about that more than the actual sexual assault. So
Yep. Like double standard, man. Nobody cares about us. It was a joke I saw reposted from Dave Chappelle. He was at the
Oh,
Laugh
man,
Factory. He was like,
oh
"There's
man,
no hotline for us. We just gotta get up and walk it off." Like, well, got raped.
I just got
Can't
raped.
be- got caught slipping. Damn. So
I seen that. I'm like, oh my god, that's true. But oh my goodness, man.
HRW said, Dwight saying, "Put the cape on, boy, and stop playing." Yeah, I'm Superman, you Batman. We gonna play Justice League tonight. And Kitty over here is Wonder Woman. Kitty was the name of the person he allegedly brought out that was dressed as a woman. So Figgy, what are your thoughts on this, man? Do you that's all I got. What are your thoughts on this whole Dwight Howard thing, man?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't care what he do behind closed doors, but sexual assault is a no, man. So I hope he ain't do that. I hope whatever happened, everybody get justice. I don't know. That's all I got. But I'm not shocked. I mean, we've been hearing these rumors about Dwight Howard for a minute. So this wasn't a surprise. I don't understand how people sitting there acting like they just so surprised.
I haven't seen that many people. Maybe I haven't seen enough reaction, but I feel like people were just more surprised at how freaky this shit was. But I don't think anybody was really surprised that he was bisexual or gay.
Yeah, I seen a lot of people saying, "Dang, what's up with the Dwight Howard? What's up with the Dwight Howard?" I'm just like, what? I'm the one thing I'm shocked at is him pretty much not. I mean, I know he can't deny it. He can't say it's not true because the paperwork out there. But like, I'm shocked. He was like, "Hey, that's none of y'all business," type thing. I guess there's nothing else he could do, but. Yeah, I was actually shocked at that. He even responded to all of this.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went out and did an interview. I guess he has to say something at some point, so might as well get it out the way. But
he ain't cut the comments off in the Instagram post or nothing.
He didn't have to go on Shade 45. It's not like he's promoting anything.
Yeah.
So he fucking plays basketball in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Why is he over here doing interviews, man?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a damn thing, man. I was just it died down eventually. Like Will Smith never said anything about all this stuff going on.
Yep.
And eventually people move on.
He got a new podcast I'm actually interested in listening to. He has a Class of 88 talking about like hip hop back in the day.
Yeah,
I saw they put up the first episode with DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I was gonna bring that up. I wasn't sure if he was gonna be interested in that or not. I didn't know if Will Smith was a little too corny.
No.
Sometimes Will Smith, some people get a little tired of Will Smith where they be like, man, I don't want to hear that because they don't look at him the same. But I think it looked dope.
It is. Like, I'm interested in hearing him talk. I'm sure people just gonna want to hear about the fucking Jada shit. But I am interested in hearing about, like, we've never really got like a sit down with Will Smith talking about the rap days recently, man. Like, ever since his movie career started taking off and he kind of slowed down the music, we never really heard from him. But now we got the whole hip hop turning 50, a lot of legends coming back into the limelight, and he's interviewing a lot of dope people. I saw Salt and Pepper and Queen Latifah. When's the last time Queen Latifah sat down and talked about rap?
Yeah.
It's been a long time, man. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the
By
podcast.
nature. Yep.
Yeah. And given his stature, I'm sure he can get like anybody he wants on the podcast too.
100%. Yeah. Some
So,
people we haven't heard from in a long
yeah.
time. Yeah.
I'm very interested in it, man. I don't know why he got his son up there. I don't want to hear anything from
Yeah, that
Jaden.
kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm just like, all right, man.
I don't really want to hear. We don't have to turn into the male table talk, okay? I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I don't really care too much about what
I
Jaden
don't
thinks
give a
about
crap
hip-hop.
about Jaden.
Yeah.
At no point, I do not care about him, man.
Yeah. I don't need to hear him on the podcast, but everybody else, I'm interested in it, man. I want to hear it, and I think it's gonna be dope. So I'm looking forward to listening to it. But what was I talking about? Oh, the Dwight Howard shit. I don't know. I don't really care in particular. I'm not surprised. Nothing. These things really don't surprise me anymore, man. It could be any celebrity get caught. I know Lil Baby. There was a video going around. People were saying it was Lil Baby, and apparently he denied it. It's not him. But even if it was, man, nothing surprises me anymore.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah.
If it was him. Yeah.
I'd be like, okay. I mean, I guess his fans will be hurt, or feel a certain type of way. But nothing surprises me, man. It's 2023. Yeah. We know there are people get down however they get down. You know what's really crazy? Sidebar again. I'm sorry, but I'm playing this game Spider-Man 2, and there's like a lot of LGBT content in this game. And usually I don't like it's just weird, man. I'm not gonna say it's weird, but it's hard to explain, I guess. But there's this mission when you're playing like the Black Spider-Man, and you gotta fucking you talk to one of his classmates, this big Indian dude, and he says he wants to come up with a creative way to ask his boyfriend to homecoming. So you got to help him with these decorations and shit. And I'm like, and his boyfriend comes out, and I'm like, okay, I bet it's going to be a black dude. And of course, it was a black dude. I'm like, all right, man. All right, man. It's just what it is now. You know, movies are like this, TV shows are like this, games are like this.
It's everywhere.
I'm like, all right. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Nothing phases me anymore when it comes to shit like this. And I personally don't give a shit, but it's interesting how, like I said, the sexual assault thing is just being thrown under the rug before everybody's talking about how freaky.
I didn't even know he was being charged or sued or whatever. I was just hearing about the gay activity, I guess. So that's show you where we are, man.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a bigger story if Dwight was still in the NBA.
Oh,
and we had to see him like on Friday or some shit play a game. But I mean, he's in Taiwan now. And people are speculating that this is the reason why nobody picked him up. I mean, that can't be the reason, because that would be a huge discrimination suit that he could put against the league. So I think he's just washed, man. And he's probably just too goofy. Nobody wants to deal with him. But I don't think it had anything to do with that. So, yeah, I don't know. Miguel said, do we break down CJ versus Bryce? Well, it hasn't happened yet, but we did say that the legacies are on the line. Okay. Whoever wins is the best pick ever in a draft, and whoever loses is a bust. Okay. So the legacies are on the line right now. Sunday, somebody will be made, somebody will be broken. So that's all we got to say. We're a podcast of extremes here. He said every Gen Z by now. Look, man, it's I mean, it is what it is.
Just mind your business.
Just take care of your family, mind your business, and just you nothing you can do, man. Okay, let's route this. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, and love your kids, man. Love your kids.
Yeah,
because they in this world too.
Yeah.
And
Do
that's my worst fear, man. Like that's
having a
why
gay
I
kid.
always
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
I try that's why I try to be respectful as possible, man, because it seems like people that be trying to go in on people, they ended up being the ones that had somebody close to them that's in that same situation.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm like, man, I'd rather just love everybody no matter what, man. Like if my kid is whatever he or she want to be, like that's still my kid. So I ain't about to get it all into that old school mindset.
I mean, there are things I could say, but it's not the place to say it, man. So
the G podcast, not the place to say it.
Look, man, it's like I feel like the people that say things like this, you look at them like they're bigots, but I don't know. With something, I feel like I'm not gonna get into it, man. I'm not gonna get into it because that's a deeper rabbit hole that I really care to.
Man, I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night. Fuck that shit.
Because I mean, it's pointless to get into. I don't have any kids, so it doesn't matter that much to me.
Yeah.
But in general, I feel like so many extremes. The trans kid thing is a touchy subject for me because I feel like that puberty age is just an age of confusion in general.
Yeah.
And so to say do the trans thing that early, and then some people think it's okay to do medication to make the body change a certain way. That's where I draw kind of a line, man. I'm like, okay,
I get that.
Yeah, that's where I kind of draw a line because that's a touchy age to start that type of shit. But it is what it is.
What would you do in that situation? Would you because you'll have to compromise a little bit?
Yeah.
Would you be like, wait till you get 18 or something like that? Wait till you grown? Because we us growing up, we heard that all the time. Like, hey, if you want your ears pierced, you gotta wait till you grown or out my house. If you want to do this, you gotta wait till you out my house. So would you have that type of mindset or wait till that person's like 15 or something? I don't know, because like a lot of people talk about the way Dwayne Wade is doing with his kid.
Yeah.
And I understand both sides. Like I'm not sitting there worried about it or losing sleep over it. I understand both sides. And some people say, hey, that's too young, and that person is, don't know any better. And I also understand Dwayne Wade kind of probably threw his hands up like, hey, am I supposed to ban my kid for dressing like this? So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do unless I was in a position, honestly. But I feel like naturally, I would just be like, okay, I'll respect your choices, but as far as doing anything medically, you got to wait till you're 18 and do that on your own. Because I'm not going to do anything when you're 15 or 14 or 13 and take you to the doctor and say he needs this, and this because he feels like this now. I'm not going to do all that. So anything you want to do when you're grown, that's the same rules we always live by the way, as well.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, if your parents didn't support it, they'd be like, do what you want to do when you out the house.
Yep.
But as long as you here, it's not going to go down like that. So like I said, I would be respectful. I wouldn't be like, nigga, you ain't gay. And take it to a strip club like Boozy did. But there are certain things where I'd be like, look, you can do what you want when you out, when you have your own money, but I'm not gonna go that far. So
yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat, man. I will respect my kid no matter what. But as far as like stuff to I don't want to say harm your body, that's the wrong word, but stuff like that, I would say, wait till you out the house, learn more and all that stuff. Because a lot of kids, like, just think about it. What was the stuff you was thinking about when you was like 13? Like
Grand Theft Auto.
You probably have a whole different mind. You probably had a whole different mindset when you turn 18. So I would say, hey, wear what you want to wear, talk how you want to, whatever. Be with whoever you want to be with. But just the medicine and all that, the doctor stuff, just once you turn 18, you can do whatever you want where you don't need a parent there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the one, that's my one fear though, when I brought it up earlier. I just don't want it. I don't want to feel like my kid can't come to me and talk about how I feel. That's the one thing I always be afraid of, man. I don't want to get to a point where this person can't, my kid can't tell me what she or he likes because of my reaction. Because we probably grew up with the same type of parents where you be like, man, I can't tell my parent this because he's gonna flip out or she gonna flip out. I don't want my kid to ever feel that way because you got a lot of kids commit suicide and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I want my kid to be open as possible to me, but I also want to be honest with my kid too, to say, hey, I don't know about this. You could do whatever you want, but I don't know about this right now.
Yeah. I mean, you also got to keep in mind that there are phases too, so I'm trying to push back against the phase is just going to make them want to go harder and resent you. So you just say, hey, I accept it, but you also keep in the back of your head, like, look, they're 13, 14, 15. By the time they're 18, 19, 20, they could be thinking a whole different way. So just kind of ride it out and
did you know
them.
Did you know some girls back in the day who used to dress like tomboys?
Oh yeah.
And then as they got older, they started getting into the tight clothes and dresses. And it's just like, dang, they got out of that.
Oh yeah. I mean, because that age is just an age where you're insecure about your body, especially for women. Especially for women, their body changes, but for men too, your body changes. Sometimes you're not comfortable in your own skin. You might feel different from the people that are your people. Guys act a certain way in high school. You might not feel like you act that certain way, so you think something might be wrong with you. Same with girls too. So I don't know. It's just part of growing up, man. And I think that kind of, as far as like the medical stuff, that's why I draw that line, because I'm like, look, that's just generally a confusing age to be in, period.
Yeah.
And you just kind of have to ride some stuff out and see how they feel in 2, 3, 4 years from now. But you can't be like, okay, I feel like this today. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Something that could have long-term effects on your body. So
and plus it's a lot of stuff you gotta wait till you're 18 to do.
Yep.
You gotta wait till you're 18 to
smoke.
To smoke, 21 to drive. You got I think you gotta be 18 to join the army. It's a lot of stuff you gotta do. You gotta wait till you're grown at that age to do. So I mean, just hold off until you grown. That's what I would tell my kid.
Yeah, that's really all you can do.
Yeah.
HRW says, when Jamie Lynn was tougher than Dwight on Special Forces, I figured something was up. Was that, what is that? Special Forces?
Yeah, I'm not hip to Special Forces.
Is that a TV show? Let me look this up. What the fuck? Oh, that was like a one of those game shows. Okay, it was one of those Fox fucking, like that fucking one of those. Okay, they went through like a military exercise type thing with celebrities.
Okay, is that Britney Spears? Is she related to Britney Spears? She kind of looked like her a little bit.
Let me see. She was Zoe Brooks on, I don't know. I don't think so. Wait, is she? No, she had a feud with Britney Spears.
She kind of look like Britney.
I guess they are.
Uh.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know any of the celebrity shit. Honestly, I'm out of loop with so many celebrity things, man. That has to be related. They have to be related.
They look just alike.
They do. Apparently, there was some feud with her too. Oh, she's the younger sister of Britney Spears.
Okay.
Yeah, she looks like Britney Spears without surgery. Like how Britney Spears would have looked like before she got famous and probably did something to her face. So, Yeah. It was like a celebrity boot camp type thing. Dwight
Britney
Howard,
Spears look a hot mess too, man.
he said the filming was super intense and it forced him and 15 other household names to test their mental and physical strength with the special forces team. Now, this man was like defensive player of the year several times, right?
Mhm.
And this thing was too tough for him. And Britney Spears' sister was tougher than him on this shit. Interesting,
Man.
But yeah, that's very funny.
Did you see a tweet somebody said, since this Dwight stuff came out, I've been looking at his injury history funny now.
Yeah, he had that butt injury. Now, like people were already making jokes about it when it happened because people already kind of knew this anyway. It'd been long suspected, but yeah, now it looks extra funny. Had a booty injury and he had to sit out games for it. So yeah. I don't know, man. And the funny thing is how he came into the league super Christian and super on this goody two shoes type shit. But then that went out the window because he like instantly got his cheerleader pregnant.
Yeah.
and like 6 other women after that.
And then I want to say his wife, 12 years or something. Somebody he was with for a long time.
Yeah.
She was, I think she was on like some Basketball Wives or something.
Yeah.
But she wasn't allowed to mention anything about him.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little bit strange right there. Like, damn, you can't say anything about, otherwise she was gonna lose everything.
Yeah, I think that was his first baby mama, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she couldn't even mention him. That was some kind of.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, there's something there that we all don't know that he don't want.
Yeah, she
out there
on something.
Yeah.
So interesting. Tony Scott asks, how do you feel about politicians passing laws saying underage kids can have surgery? Now we can get into that, but you would have to fund our podcast when we get canceled from YouTube and Twitch for hate speech. Okay, so you did ask, great show. What ways can fans support more? We've been saying for a long time we're going to put like a donation link. I always feel bad doing something like that, but
me too.
we're going to do something, man. I
mean,
mean,
we're going to come up with something.
Yeah,
we'll maybe we can.
Up.
Yeah, we put up a link that way. We could probably get some more stuff for the to help the podcast, the quality of the podcast and stuff.
Yeah,
like maybe get Rockett a camera or something like that. So you have a nice
camera, man. I do need a light.
Yeah,
I know my bed in the damn background.
Maybe get like a 4K camera with a ring light or something like that.
I need a damn mixer because I spent $200 on this fucking microphone, man, and it's not, the USB port is not fucking working, so I have to get like a, it has the other connection I can use, but I need a mixer or the soundboard, whatever the fuck that is, and that shit's expensive too.
Yeah,
so,
get it. True. Try to get a used one. Get a used one from like eBay.
Yeah, I probably should.
Just get it's probably be like $100 or something like that. Interface.
Yeah, I need that. That's what I need. I'll look into it. I mean, Christmas coming up. I might just ask for that from my parents. I usually don't ask for shit, but lately I've been asking for more since I've been buying them shit too. So I might get that for Christmas. Fuck it. It's only about 2 months ish from now.
Yeah. See, look, this is all you need right here.
Yep. That ain't too bad. It's on sale too.
Yep. That's
go ahead.
Or something like this, but it might not. I don't know how to.
Is that a fucking? I thought it was a cassette at first.
Oh no.
Yeah, I need to get that. I need to update some of the things, man. I do want to stream more too. Like I want to stream games again. I did it last year and it was fun, but I kind of fell off on it. But I do have some new equipment I can use for streaming. So I do want to stream like some games. Maybe I'll do like fucking Def Jam, Fight for New York on the Twitch page. So there's stuff we want to do with the podcast. It's just finding time for it, man. It's a busy season. I work on Sundays. You work on Sundays.
Yeah, I might do some because I want to do some streaming stuff too. I need some equipment because I ain't got no microphone, no headset, no nothing.
Yeah,
which is understandable. I barely play the damn game, but but probably after the season, maybe I'll start streaming on like Sundays or something like that.
Yeah,
and just kind of have some fun, just see where it go.
Yep. Yeah, Black Friday is coming up. There's like 8 Black Fridays now, by the way. Black Friday used to be a one-day thing, and now half the time the Black Friday prices are the same shit that's been throughout the rest of the year because they have
like
Amazon Prime Day, they have Black Friday in summer, they
Cyber
have
Monday.
Cyber Monday. They have all these Black Friday type deals now, man. And usually, yeah, Black Friday is usually the best time. But there's so many Black Fridays now where things go on sale. So
Yeah.
kind
And
of
how
ruin
many
the allure.
TVs can you get, man?
Exactly. Exactly.
These TVs are already cheap.
Dog, I'll be mad because I paid a lot. I'm not a whole, well, kind of a lot for my TV. It's like a 4K OLED that my boy actually got too. And he got me on the whole OLED wave. And now look, the price of that TV new, and it's way less than what I paid for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, man.
Damn.
And I paid less than what he paid for it.
Damn.
So that always hurts me, like looking at some shit, and it's like I paid $2,000 for this shit, and now it's like $1,200. So HRW says Walmart couldn't wait 1 week to start. Yeah, Christmas ads are starting way earlier now too, man.
Yeah.
Like there's the holiday season ads are just ramping up earlier and earlier. It used to be you waited until like after Thanksgiving to see that shit.
Yeah.
Now you start hearing stuff on the radio, seeing commercials, holiday related commercials in October. Like, nigga, it's still 85 degrees outside. I'm not thinking about Christmas yet.
Yeah.
Damn. So.
Yeah. And Christmas on a Monday too.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck. And we got work a game that Christmas Eve.
Yeah. I think they play on
Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Shit, that's rough.
Yeah.
Let me see the Texas schedule. Do they play on?
They play at home on the 24th and the 31st.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, at least it ain't fucking Christmas Day. I think we had a Christmas Day game once, and that sucked.
Yeah, it kind of sucked because like I can't go home to my family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I got to work. So my mother-in-law is coming down, so she'll be here, but I won't be up in Cleveland for Christmas.
Cleveland late last evening.
But yeah, man, it's all good.
Yeah. Tony Scott asks, Black Friday versus Cyber Monday, who's the best? I'll say Black Friday. I mean, the deals are way deeper on Black Friday usually. Cyber Monday is just for the internet shit, and Amazon, which is like the same prices usually. But I think Black Friday usually you see the deeper discounts on stuff, you know, that you might actually want to buy. Cyber Monday is like a lot of shit where you look at it and you're like, I don't need this, but it's on sale, so let me get it.
Yeah.
Black Friday is like, okay, I know I need a new TV. I know I need a new laptop. This is the day to get it.
Yeah, that's for the electronics and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's all the same shit, though. Just a hustle to get you all hustled up and spending money in this shitty economy. So don't do it. Resist, people. But stay tuned and stay subscribed to the Gender Juice podcast. Mm-hmm. Anything else going on, man? Have you watched any shows, any movies recently?
Not. I haven't watched anything, to be honest, man. Yeah, I haven't watched anything. I've been trying to catch up. I've been trying to get into this new show called The Continental.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty much a series prequel to John Wick. So it was like before John Wick, back in the day type thing. It's on, I want to say, Peacock. So I've been trying to get to it. I just couldn't get into it yet, man. I got to sit home and chill and just actually watch this, because I'll be trying to watch it and do something else, and it don't work out like that, man. Some shows you can't just scroll on your phone.
Yeah.
Some shows you got to give your undivided attention. So,
dog, is it just me? I feel like my attention span has just gotten worse and worse every year, man. It's hard for me to sit through anything anymore, man. Like,
I can't sit through anything. I can't listen to anything. Like snap of a finger, man. If I don't like, I'm just like, well, I ain't feel like listening to this. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like you'll be watching the TV show, then take out your phone to watch another video. Then you get bored with the video on your phone, so you start scrolling through other videos, look through
Yeah.
Twitter. You watching a whole Twitter video while a movie's playing. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on, man? Even at work, it's hard for me to focus sometimes on like something I know I need to do, but you're on the computer already. So you're like, shit, one YouTube video won't hurt. You're looking at shit, you get lost down a fucking rabbit hole when you're trying to listen to something while you work, but it's a mess, man. I'm a mess right now, attention wise. I'm trying to get better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's those things can to times suck.
Yeah. Are you excited to see the new Captain Marvel movie?
No, I don't give a shit about the MCU no more, man. Like this shit is trash, dog. I don't care about that damn Marvel's movie. Has any bag been fumbled more than the MCU lately post Endgame, man? I don't think we're gonna ever have a Endgame moment again.
Yeah, I think that's over. I think that was literally the end game.
Yeah. It really should have ended. They should have taken like 5 years off and then rebooted the whole Marvel, man. But I don't care about these TV shows. Loki season 2. I didn't even like season 1 that much. All this shit they're putting out, man, I don't care for it.
Yeah,
I'm ready for the bubble to burst.
Yeah, I think they kind of screwed up with that too, because like everybody ain't got Disney Plus to be trying to watch all of this to understand what goes on in the next movie.
Yeah.
Like I understand just putting out movies and and it all connect together like that. But dog, you sit here telling me I need to watch this Captain America series on Disney Plus to understand why Captain Marvel is doing what she's doing. And then to understand that, I gotta watch Loki. It's like, all right, man, y'all doing too much. Y'all taking too much of my money at this point.
Not only that, I'm getting like what's really shocking me is the fact that all this shit keeps getting pushed back because they can't find like writers or directors, or the directors are quitting and the writers are quitting. Like the Blade movie keeps getting pushed back, man. They announced that shit years ago. And it keeps getting pushed back because they keep losing a director, they keep losing a writer, because Disney wants to do it a certain way, and these directors want to make their own story. But I'm sure Disney wants to be like, okay, let's put in She-Hulk and let's put in Miss Marvel, and we got to put this and this and this and this in it. And they're like, nah, fuck that. So
yeah, they probably want to insert it into the MCU universe.
Yeah,
it's just like, nah, man. Like that don't even make sense.
Yep, it's got to have these things in it. But Blade got to be bisexual, okay? He can't. He got to be non-binary. They got to put certain things in the movies now.
Yeah, I call them they. We can't call them they. So, yeah, I lost a bunch of faith in that Blade movie, man. I was excited for that one.
Yeah.
I lost all the faith in that. I don't even care. They probably gonna mess around, just put that on streaming.
Dog, that got pushed back. They were gonna make a show on, that Ironheart girl that was in that Black Panther movie, Wakanda Forever, like the Black girl Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
They were supposed to make a series about her that was supposed to drop like around now. They keep pushing it back, and now they're saying like 2025.
Damn.
And so I doubt that shit's ever gonna come out, man, because nobody really wants to see that shit. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But they got too greedy. They put too many projects out, and people don't want to do them. The actors getting tired of it. When you hear the actors interview, they act like it was like a prison sentence they had to do. They're like, yeah, I'm glad, it was a great ride, but I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
It took a lot of my career, but
yeah,
I think it's about over.
Yeah. Have you seen a show called Swamp Thing? It was a DC show.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it though.
Yeah, I was watching that show. I got to finish that show. That show was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You had the dude that played the character was remember in Power, it was a detective named, I think his name was Greg, the little nosy one that was messing around with Angela, I think.
Wait, didn't he get killed?
He got killed.
Yeah.
He actually played the character. He actually did a really good job in that.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he did a really good job. I think I might have to try to finish that. I think it's Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I
good.
heard that was I heard some good things. I know the comics were actually people actually like the comics a lot, man. So that's pretty dope. I might check it out too. HRW asked, did y'all talk about Harden trying to sneak on the plane for that game check? I mean, he was just trying not to get fined, I'm sure, but they told him to stay home, and now they got an answer to get to the league why he couldn't play. So, yeah, that's pretty funny. But Harden just doing Harden things at this point, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring back the fat suit. He's just being Harden at this point, man. Tony Scott said it's hard to think when your mind goes blank. Yeah, friend of the show, PSK 13, man. Classic quote. I'm gonna watch Luke Cage again. I hopefully you stop at season 1.
I'm about to say the first season was fire.
Everything pre-dap was fire. The dab. Everything pre-dab was fire for Luke Cage. Once he did the dab, it was over.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He did the dab, dog. And it was so corny the way he did it too.
I forgot about
it was so bad.
Yeah.
But,
and then the series came out late. So the dad was like outdated. And so it just looked so out of place. He had a whole bunch of outdated quotes in there. I was just like, and watching it in real time too, it's just like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah. It was rough, man. I couldn't do the second season, but the first one was okay. The Daredevil show was really good. Speaking of, they were supposed to bring that back, but apparently that's getting delayed too because they fired the writer because they didn't like how it was looking. Apparently, like it was taking them too long to get to the action. So they fired the writer and they're gonna have a new showrunner and all this shit. And it's like when you start hearing things like this,
that's not a good look.
It really isn't, man. So I don't know. I think the ride's almost over at this point. I think Disney's going to see how these things, once the box office starts trickling down and once people stop watching the shows, they're going to start, reinvesting maybe in something else and just kind of giving the comic book shit a break.
Yeah.
But I think they plan movies for like the next 6 years already. So they at least got to get through all that. But
yeah,
I don't know. Bruce Wayne versus Lex Luthor movie. What's that? Justice League? Batman versus Superman? I don't know. I can't keep up with comic book movies no more, man. I didn't even watch The Flash. And I'm basically toned out of this shit. I don't care no more. It is what it is. Anyway, I think that about does it for the podcast, man. I can't think of anything else. Anything else trending that we missed? I think that's pretty much about it.
Rockets are playing right now.
Ooh, what's the score?
Yeah, they playing Wemby too. Oh, they up by 2.
Legacy on the line.
3 minutes left.
Legacy on the line, man. Sagoon is Legacy Jabari Smith.
Yeah, Jalen Green got
this one.
Jalen Green got 18. He's 8 from 18 from the field.
Oh wow. What's Wemby got, man? Hold up, let me look at the stats.
He got 13 and 7.
And looking real bust-worthy, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's what you get for being French.
What's our man Tom got? Oh, he only got 13 minutes, 4 points.
I don't know about that. Yeah. I mean, Ginobili was doing better than that, man. I don't know. Just playing. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and also in baseball news, the World Series is happening right now, and Texas is down 2 in the 6. It's 5.
Yeah, go Diamondbacks. Let's go. Get it. I really shouldn't be wording against a Texas team, but fuck it. I don't want to.
You should, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look, man. These are 2 different cities, and I realize that too because like people in Cleveland ain't really rooting for the Cincinnati Bengals to win.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally get it, man. And plus, the Rangers and the Astros are in the same division, so you don't want to root for somebody that's in your division that beat you. So I totally get it, man. I totally get it. Unless you from Dallas or something, and that's like your second team.
I just ran across one of the dumbest tweets, man. This is so
speaking
stupid.
speaking of dumb tweets, man, how you feel about that list the women put out first date places they don't want to go on the first date?
Trolling for engagement at this point. Come on, man. Does anybody believe this shit? They put Cheesecake Factory up there. Like certain discussions I'm just tuned out on. The first date is one of them, man. I can't take these gender war battles no more. It's gotten worse since people started getting paid for these types of tweets for engagement, because now everybody is just in troll mode, man. And I can't even trust people be hiding their blue checks too, so you can't even tell.
Oh, you can hide your blue check?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So if you ever see something that looks like he's trolling but don't got a blue check, so you think it's safe to look in the replies, don't. Because he's still got a blue check. He's just hiding it.
Yeah.
Don't give this man any money, or a woman, or whoever it is, for trolling some fucking gender war bullshit. Look at this shit though, dog. I'm looking at this tweet. Fans think Sexy Red may have been shady when after Lotto was just photographed in True Religion jeans at 21 Savage's party. Sexy conveniently shared a post about no one wearing the brand until she came out. Lotto followed by liking a few tweets and showing her receipts of her wearing the brand for years. I really want the new girlies to stop trying to lay claim on aesthetics that have been around since the early 2000s and claiming someone copied them. So they're beefing over who started True Religion, apparently. Oh. Now, wait, does Sexy Red really think she put True Religion jeans on?
I hope not.
Chicago rappers been rapping about True Religion jeans since 2012.
It might have been earlier than that, to be honest.
So, like, how is this real beef?
It can't be.
Sexy Red retweeted the story and she said, definitely not shading her. I'm direct with whatever I got to say. Okay. Maybe this is just trolling for engagement too. I don't know. But that has to be the dumbest rap beef ever. Who started True Religion jeans?
Yeah.
So
ain't nobody start. Yeah. Nobody started nothing, man.
Remember, Michael Jordan shaved his hair bald because of Onyx. Onyx started the baldy, man. Michael Jordan shaved his hair bald because of us. Huh? Fuck out of here, man. Use the knowledge, nigga. Too funny, man. Too funny. Sergio Star is great, man. Sergio Star didn't even believe that shit. He was laughing after he said it. But yeah, on that note, I think I'm done looking at Twitter for tonight. So if I missed anything, I'm sorry. I just saw that stupid tweet and I'm sick of everything. So
yeah, and congratulations to her, by the way. She's pregnant. So
is she?
Yeah.
Well, her career's done.
Yeah, so I guess that little video that leaked, I'm guessing that's the baby daddy.
Is it?
I don't know. But yeah, she's pregnant.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess the market's open if anybody wants to be the next hot female rapper, because she got to take some time. I mean, to be fair, Cardi B did her album run when she was pregnant too.
Yeah.
So Sexy Red could still push it. It's going to be difficult, but she could still make something happen and capitalize. But
went from Pound Sound to Ultrasound.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Interesting. So I didn't know that, but all right. Yeah. Did you hear that people were upset, or at least the Joe Budden podcast was, that Ice Spice didn't show up to the Hip Hop Awards where she won Best New Rapper or whatever the fuck category it was? I didn't care either.
Yeah.
On that note, we'll just go ahead and end the podcast, man. I think we're dry of topics that we give a shit about. So
I didn't care about that, man.
Me neither.
And honestly, they hyped us Ice Spice so much. Why would she go to the little BT Hip Hop Awards that nobody watched?
The argument is that she's a new artist, and it's one thing if Drake doesn't go or Lil Wayne, but someone like her, I mean, she was at the VMAs going crazy with Taylor Swift. So, but then again, Taylor Swift was there, so of course you're gonna be there to get you on Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But the argument being that her being a new artist, she should have shown respect to at least show up there when she's brand new. But
Hey, she on
I don't
a Dunkin' Donuts commercial with
yeah,
Ben
Ben Affleck. Yeah,
Why would she need to show up?
those commercials are awful too.
They are. I was just sitting here thinking, like, man, this girl ain't even got an album out, and she's in a commercial with Dunkin' Donuts. Why put an album out at that point?
Exactly. Lotto had her own fucking McDonald's meal, and she never had any music that. That was Sweetie. That's right.
Yeah, Sweetie. Yeah,
I get them. Wait, what did Lotto have? Didn't she have something too?
She probably did, to be honest.
Lotto had some kind of meal, I think.
Yeah, I know Sweetie did, and that was really.
Lotto had a Wingstop meal.
Really, I didn't know that.
It's called the Lotto meal.
I go to Wingstop a lot, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, but yeah, why would you put an album out at this point, man? Because they ain't gonna do nothing but just unless you for sure selling 500,000 or 200. I don't know. These girls ain't got to do none of that, man. They can get these endorsements with no problem, man.
Get a hot single and then go on a reality TV tour or whatever the fuck, man.
Yep, just go on a hot single. Yeah, go record a couple songs, throw out a hot single, perform at a festival, and just keep going like that. Ain't no point.
Same for the men too at this point. Like I keep seeing Blueface everywhere, man. And I'm like, does he even rap anymore? Does he still make music? When's the last time you heard a Blueface song, man? It's been several years for me.
Yeah.
But somehow he's still every day he's trending on Twitter, it seemed like. There's some goofy shit. I know he was at the Chargers Stadium with a bunch of strippers and shit. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. But yeah, it's more cloud based than music based at this point for the industry. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The Rockets are up 1 point with 1 minute left.
Coming
they
down
gonna
to
win
the
it?
wire. No. No. I think Wemby's gonna take over. Wemby time. I don't know. Somebody goes shit on me if they come back and win. See, Rocket, you hating on the home team. Oh, man. I don't know. We'll see though, man. We'll see. I know the stakes are high in game 2 of 82. Only 80 games more to right the ship, man. So shit, gotta get it clicking.
Yeah, we're gonna get some people bragging about, oh, they up 3 with 35 seconds left. But you know, you're gonna get some people. See, Jalen Green bounced back 18.
Y'all want to ship him out.
Y'all counting them out.
Yep. Yeah, man. That's just how the fan base is. So we'll go ahead and close the podcast here, man. I think that's all we got to talk about right now. So appreciate everybody who joined us on the podcast for the live broadcast. Appreciate you, Tony Scott, HRW on Twitch, Miguel Martinez, of course. Everybody who came through, even the spam bots, man. Got love for you too. And Brad Wright on Facebook, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure it's a home game on Sunday, right?
Nah, away game.
That's right, it's away. So you won't see Figgy on the tailgate.
Real quick, rest in peace to Richard Roundtree, legend.
Oh yeah. I forgot Shaft died, man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Shaft. So yeah, I was actually thinking of getting the DVD, the 4K on Blu-ray since it was on a sale, but I didn't.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm actually thinking about being Shaft for Halloween.
Okay,
for Halloween thing, so I might do that.
Yeah, come through, man. You're gonna have the annual office party.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be a part of it since we do is always during the show. But
okay,
since we on the YouTube and live and Twitch live streaming and all that, so I might do it for them.
Okay. Dope. And that's on. I saw the Twitch link 610. Yeah, on Twitch and YouTube and all that.
Yep, 610 Houston on Twitch. Sports Radio 610 on YouTube.
Okay. Well, they don't plug us. We ain't gonna plug them. Ain't no cross promotion going on one way. It's got to go both ways. Okay. So anyway, yeah, y'all make sure to tap in with Figgy, 10 to 2 in the loop, Sports Radio 610. Also doing the tailgates on home games as well.
Figgy's Tailgate Takeover. Follow me on all social media accounts at the Figgy Fig. And check out some of the cool content I've been putting out there, man. I've been getting a lot of good feedback from it. So
yeah. No, it's very well produced, man. I've seen some of it, and it's pretty dope, man. So good work on that shit. It's really dope. Make sure y'all check it out. Y'all subscribe to him already. If you ain't, make sure you are. Boost this shit, man, and do what you got to do. You know the drill. We're trying to make a Figgy Day in Houston, okay? We need Figgy Day.
Yes.
And it's not going to happen without y'all help.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if I tried to do it.
Exactly. Y'all got a campaign for Figgy Day, all right? I'm going to lead the charge.
Yeah, somebody call City Hall and see how
I'm going to link up with Sylvester, tell him he first off, before he loses the election, that he needs to make a Figgy Day.
I actually think he's done after this because I think
is he?
His term is up. So I think it's weird because Houston, I guess they got a certain amount of terms that you could be, mayor. So that's it. So he can't even run no more.
What happened to Scarface, man? Let's get him back on the ballot.
I know what happened to him.
I don't know.
He's been chilling.
Man. He disappeared from the podcast, and I don't know where he is now. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, make sure y'all tap in with Figgy on that, and blah blah blah, etc. Peace out. Love y'all, and until next time.
Peace.